Commentator Smit's comments is what you've tuned in for. Hi, hello, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me, as this is where I get the opportunity to really chat to you about all things horse racing related from around the country. In fact, there's probably something that happens on a daily basis in the industry that is newsworthy, but more so if one looks back at yesterday or even on the weekend, there's something to make a note of and do a review on, and probably in the process did a few rand, but as soldiers, we soldier on, and we always look forward to the next race meeting. Can't wait till we get hold of the card so that we can study the form and find the next couple of shrewdies that we can put our money on and hopefully this time around get some sort of return on our investment. Speaking of which, I'm sure you may have noticed that all Tab 4 racing advertisements carries a QR code, whether it's in print or on TV, and all you need to do is to take your mobile device, scan that QR code, download the app, register, follow the prompts, and once you're up and running, I can guarantee you just by clicking the menu button, you'll say to yourself, why haven't I done this a long time ago? Because you'll be absolutely amazed at what is all at your disposal just by the click of a button. And once you've put some money into the account, you've got the tote at your fingertips. So whether you're at home, whether you're in the office, or whether you're pushing the trolley and taking the wife Christmas shopping, you can have a flutter from wherever you are. And just by the click of another button, you can actually watch the racing action live as it unfolds. So make sure you've registered, you're up and running, you've topped up the account, because this weekend we've got 2 days of feature race action that we can look forward to. But before we go forward, let me just take one step back and quickly do a review on what transpired last weekend here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth. In fact, we had 4 feature races on the program, and each of them had a story to tell. The first of those 4 that was run was the Grade 2 Cape Summer Stayers, and that was won hard up against the outside running rail in the Howling Southeaster by Navy Strength. He really is turning in to be quite a useful stayer, and in fact it does appear as if he's getting better the further he goes. The nice thing about him, and the one thing I do enjoy, having watched his last 2 victories, is the manner in which he finishes off that race. And that certainly tells me that he's going to enjoy even a further step up in trip at a later stage in his career. He's one to make a note of, especially for the remaining 2 stayers races on the program, one coming up on the 1st and the other one on the last Saturday of January. After that, the girls were in action in the Southern Cross Stakes Grade 2 over 1,000 meters, and this certainly produced a thrilling finish with a wall of horses involved in a photo for the minor placings. But let's take nothing away from the winner, Princess Keller. She certainly stole the show. She came back from quite a lengthy layoff. She also came from off the pace. She was picking them off one by one in the closing stages, and she got up in the shadow of the post to win going away. She's now the winner of 6 from 16 starts, and that was certainly a very impressive victory over a distance well short of her best. And in her 16 career starts, she's only been out of the money once. So she's certainly a filly that one can look forward to over the rest of the Cape season, and it's going to be interesting to see where she's next going to line up. Will it be the Scepter over 1,200, or will it be the Paddock over 1,800 come the first Saturday in January? Then the supporting feature on the program was the Green Point Stakes Grade 2 that was run over 1,600 meters, and once again this race lived up to expectation, as we always can look forward to a thrilling finish, and this year it was no different. Victory went to Tripper Fortune, who came hard up against the outside running rail to take the lion's share of the prize money. And in the process, he produced a career best performance, beating a high quality field. Now, he's definitely one that you probably can make a note of for the remainder of the season, because he beat the likes of Universal, who flew up to finish in 2nd, pipping Comedy Ding in 3rd. Many said he was very unlucky. He was right in the eye of the Southeaster from the top of the straight. He was racing without cover, but yet he was still running on He Will Live to Fight Another Day. And Golden Ducat ran into 4th, showing us his well-being. Next up for all of them will no doubt be the Lomrock King's Plate on the first Saturday in January, when they will all renew rivalry, and in all likelihood, Charles Dickens may even be part of that lineup. So there's lots to look forward to as far as the next big Grade 1 mile contest is concerned. Speaking about mile contests, the first Grade 1 of the Cape Summer season was of course run on Saturday past. It was the running of the World Sports Betting Cape Fillies Guineas, and credit must be given to Louis M. Kotwa for an absolute peach of a ride on the winner, Make It Snappy. Now, if one looks at her form line, she's only had 4 career starts to date. She won a maiden in October. Then just 2 weeks ago, she beat 2 Grade 1 performers, the likes of Marina and Chanzanay. And on Saturday, she showed us her guts and determination when she led all of the way to win the Grade 1 on the afternoon. She's lightly raced, she's got lots to look forward to, and I'm sure the world is her oyster. Well done to Team Crawford on their training feat, but more so, well done to Team Hollywood and also Louis Courtois, both respectively enjoying their first Grade 1 winner. Now that we've done a review of Saturday, let's look at this coming Saturday, where racing on the Highveld will be at the Val. And you can look forward to a 9-race card that is headed up by 3 feature races. The World Sports Betting Sophomore 1000 for 3-year-olds. There's the World Sports Betting Grand Heritage, run over 1475 meters, and also the World Sports Betting Heritage Consolation over 1475. All 3 non-black type events on a competitive afternoon's racing. If you want to get away from the rain, why not take the hour drive out, take the family along. Lots of on-course activities have been planned, prize giveaways, so it certainly promises to be a fun-filled afternoon for the whole family. But the race meeting I'll be concentrating on is the one happening down here at Hollywood Bets Kenilworth in Cape Town. We are racing on Sunday down here in the Western Cape, and the first of 8 races gets underway at 12:30. And at first glance, I thought this is a very tricky card because in quite a few races, a case can be made for quite a few of them. So if you are going to be playing exotics, you're going to need 1, 2, or even more to safely see you through those legs of the exotics that you'll be playing. Having said that, I'm hoping to make a few rand in the first race. And hopefully for me, it's going to be 3rd time lucky going for the same horse. He's number 7 and he's called Egret. Now this horse really owes me. In fact, he's been very costly to follow in his last 2 starts. But the good thing about Sunday is Louis Courtois is back on board. And I think if they're going to change the tactics by putting him up handy, he might just find that little bit extra in the run to the wire and get us all off to a winning start. So I'm going to give him one more chance. If he doesn't win on Sunday, he won't ever get a mention from me again. The feature race on the program on Sunday is for the speedsters. It's the Cape Merchants Grade 2 run over 1200 meters. And I can't remember when last I've seen a race carded with 20 runners. Nor can I remember when last I've called a race with 20 runners, and to add insult to injury, they've even got a reserve run in case there's a scratching. So they really intend keeping me on my toes on Sunday afternoon. But this race really has a very wide open look about it. There are a number of them that certainly have a chance of ending up in the winner's enclosure. On closer inspection, I thought, let me dissect that Bantry Bay Stakes form line, because that will be tested, no doubt, in this race, and there's a lot of them that are actually renewing rivalry. The winner of that Bantry Bay Stakes is number 20, Sir J. Now, he picked up a £6 penalty for that victory over the course and distance. But the interesting thing is that that form line was franked in no uncertain terms on Saturday in the Green Point. In fact, Triple Fortune ran 3rd behind Sir J. He was the winner. Comedy Dung flew up to finish in 2nd behind Sir J. He ran 3rd, and Universal, who finished 9th, flew up to finish in 2nd. So that form line has certainly held up well on Saturday past. But the thing about Sir J is that he's an out-and-out course and distance specialist. 4 wins, 1 second from 5 starts. One thing you can be guaranteed of, he will be flying in the run down to the wire. So he's a definite inclusion in this race. If one keeps looking at his form line in his penultimate run, when he finished 3rd, he finished behind number 7, Resonate, and number 6, Gimme a Prince. That race was won over 1100 meters. They're now going over 1200, which is certainly in Sir J's favor. Both of them, I don't think, are without a chance of running into the money. Austin, I'm very keen on seeing in action, and he's coming back from a 218-day rest, and that's number 5, Zappatillis. He could come out fresh, and I think we can expect to once again see him involved in the shake-up. He's highly consistent, and trainer Brett Crawford's comments in the computer form is, he's working well, he's got a place chance. And then there's also number 10, Barcelona. He's having his peak run, and he is also one of those that could get into the fray. But the horse that I'm certainly going to be keeping a very keen eye on is number 8, We're Jammin'. I was very impressed with his last victory when I called him home, and I think that if one takes his form line into account, 3 from 3 unbeaten over the course and distance, he's got every chance of once again unsettling in the winner's enclosure. And what counts in his favor is that he's only got 52 kilograms to shoulder, and Grant van Niekerk will no doubt give him every chance. And at the weights, I think he's a big runner. So as you can see, I'm leaning towards 2 horses here. 8, we're jamming at the weights. And number 20, Sergey, because he's an out-and-out course and distance specialist. The Cape Merchants, steeped in history and tradition, a nice pointer towards the Cape Flying Championship that will be run on the last Saturday in January. If you've got nothing planned, it's Sunday afternoon, bring the family along, come and have a flutter. It's very competitive. And in fact, if you end up in the winner's queue, I can guarantee you, you're probably going to make a very nice profit at the end of the day when you cash those tickets. I'm going to be there. I'm once again going to be in the hot seat. Thanks for joining me for Commentator Smit's comments. I look forward to seeing you at the races.